Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings all.
What's up, Phillip?
Salutations.
What's up, Jay?
Hello, Empty Arms Hotel.
Yeah. So May is my book anniversary month. 9 years since my first book, and I am promoting the crap out of my books this whole month. So there's your favorite cover there, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at
On the
that.
stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jay's going to be getting this one. And then we got, this is my last book, but this is soon to be different. I'm getting another
That's
book.
the one I want next month.
All right. So,
right.
Perfect Wish. And my new book, hopefully, and then there's this one too. This is in between those.
Paradise is life.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. So, this is the series right here.
Right.
But the new book is not part of this series. The new book is part of the original series, which it's going to get a 10th installment. So I'm going to release the title probably next week when I get the magazine article, which they did a piece on my new book. So I released the title in the magazine. I'm going to be talking about it. But once the article hits, then it's on the fast track. Because then it's like, I really got to get this book done now because I just released the title and I got to get the contract ready and everything. So I'm very happy about doing another book. This book isn't going to be huge because it's not about the size sometimes. It's just because the story it's just like in that universe there. So it's like it's not going to be super small, but it's not going to be super big either. So it's probably going to be like this size, like, like Promise Dream. So, but I'm happy because it's been 2 years and so many months since I did a book, and after a while I get antsy. It's like if I don't do a book, I get upset. So, but I'm writing many books now. So because I joke around when I show the picture of all the books, and I'm like, I need another row. Like now, because it looks like a perfect cube now. But then you add one, it's gonna throw off the whole thing. So the book that I put off, which was a sequel to Perfect Wish, that's still in the background. That is more than 50% done. I just have to go back and work on it. So right now I'm actually jumping around from book to book, different books, sort of like George R. Martin, right? He instead of just doing the Game of Thrones thing, he's doing Targaryens, he's doing all different stuff, right? Books. So I'm like, whatever I'm in the mood to write, I'm writing this installment, 3 different books at the same time right now. So, and I have a lot more time on my hands too, so I'm able to get this stuff done for now. But that
I remember now. It's all come back to me like last time I spoke to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that will change also too. So, like, gotta get it out now while I have time.
You say you got a lot of free time on your hands now. What's going on?
Well, one place I worked at, retail, Petland went out of business.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I remember you.
They did a documentary on that. Yeah, and you know what? It was cool because I think the thing I liked most about that job was the animals. Take care of the animals. Yeah. I like animals. Didn't have dogs, but people brought their dogs by and stuff, and but then parakeets, it had hamsters, it had fish and all that stuff, and it was nice. It was a nice place, but that job took away my weekends, which the moment the job stopped, I'm going to the movies all the time. So that, again, switched back to the way it was before, where that's what I always did on my weekends. I would go to a movie, I relax, and then
podcast.
Yeah, and then the other thing is the other job ended too.
Oh no!
So they just don't have the money anymore. I don't know what's going to happen with them all. I don't know, if they just
these aren't the medical jobs, right?
That's done too. That's been done. Yes, I know. I had 5. Now it's So right now I have.
I didn't even see how you had time to do 5 jobs.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. How the hell did you do 5? Wow.
You sleep
It
two
was,
and
you
a
know what
half
it was?
minutes. That's all.
You know what it was? No, it was, I only had one day off once in a while. And
Sorry about the plug.
no, that's okay. Well, you know what? Back in the day when I was,
Don't worry, Jay. I don't plug anything.
When I first was doing the YouTube videos, I was at a point where I wasn't working either, and I had a lot of time on my hands, and I popped out thousands of videos, and every day I was on, here with a whole bunch, a whole bunch of people,
Right.
and then when I worked, things changed, of course, and then the podcast got, shifted to different times or whatever. But
Right.
when I first started YouTube, I didn't have a job for a little while, and then, but now, it's fresh. It's not even like a week.
Right.
Is it a week? Is it a week or is it more than a week? It's actually a couple weeks. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks that now I have 0, but that's going to change too. I mean, it's just, you know what? Now, while I am all this free time, now is the time to get stuff done until the new job starts that I put off in my life. And this goes with everything. It's like you put stuff off in your life, and then you get an opportunity to accomplish something that you wanted to do. And it's kind of so crazy how I was doing podcasts, I was doing videos, over 1,000 videos a year, still writing books too, still working. And then, of course, my health diminished too, which that was another thing.
Yeah.
It was the fact of I got this bad flu that I wound up in the hospital. That I did on air.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I cut the hospital thing on air. I was dehydrated, and then
I missed that video. You're gonna have to send me a link to which video it is.
Yeah, it was the video with James Gunn when he was rehired. Like I'm walking from the hospital, and that was another thing too. It's like I'm not the type of person to sit still and just like relax. So instead of taking like an Uber home or like from the hospital, I'm walking like a couple of towns right out of the hospital with the goddamn band in my arm. And I decided to go food shopping right after, which was fucking nuts. And then Billy, I heard what happened with James Gunn, and then we did the video. But like since then I've had like, I don't know what the hell it is. It's related to, like, I got over to it. I had like these cold spats. Like I just had, sometimes I have this draft or whatever the hell it is in my body, and like then my feet get super cold and then it gets super hot. It's weird. Fluctuations in temperature, and it's just.
I bet you had a terrible time trying to get rid of the hack too.
Well,
hacking cough.
I didn't have a cough. This is the weirdest thing. No, this is the weirdest thing. I didn't have with all this stuff going on. I'm always having holes. So I don't know if that stopped it from going into any, but I've always, I never have the cough. So I had the flu, and I guess I had it bad, and I didn't realize it. And I was working with it, and I was just, doing my regular routine. Like I don't let nothing stop me. So even if I'm doing, you don't realize it. Like I have a high tolerance of pain too. So it got to be so bad that I felt like I was gonna, collapse. I was just like bad. So I went to the hospital. I walked to the hospital, and then I got yelled at. So then I had to take a bus halfway there because of, what the hell are you doing? And then they put an IV on me, and then they said, look, you had the tail end of the flu, but they wanted me to go for all these different crazy tests and different things.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Which I didn't.
They had to pad your bill. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So, and without medical coverage, then I got medical coverage with the hospital, so that was cool. But then the teeth started back and forth. I mean, the teeth have been bothering me, but I spent so many thousands of dollars on the teeth that I don't have the money, especially now. But I decided I went to the dentist anyway too recently, and then I was like, "Oh, we got to do all this work." I'm like, "Crap," but I have to because I can't eat right into my mouth. I have to put a bridge in there. It's a whole. So so right now, like I could still work and I could do. That won't affect me working, but.
Well, in about 3 months, when I do another podcast with y'all, in about 3 months, I'll be talking right here because they're going to be taking that kick out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I got upset because I gained 10 pounds, which not happy about that. But
I've lost a total of, wait for it, 200 pounds
wow,
Ooh.
good for you, bro.
Congrats.
in 2.5 years.
Wow, that's good, man.
I went to the doctor and they said, look at the scale. I said, I can't see it. They said, you lost a total of 200 pounds from when you started losing this thing. And I said, dang, gum. I said, all right, bring on the macaroni and cheese. And they said, no, keep on losing.
Please, when I took the ferry, when I was coming home with the ferry the other day, because I had to clean out my desk because the stuff I have at the job, like my personal belongings. When I came back, I'm like, Wendy's! Crispy chicken sandwiches. I'm like, yeah! I only got one. I only had one because I can't be like an animal, you know. But I don't like it because I could tell I gained weight without even looking on the scale because when I'm running up and down the stairs in the city, by the time I get to the top step, I'm winded. But before I wasn't winded. So I actually know if I gain a pound or not. Like I could tell by my running out of energy and stuff. So, and I'm a nut because I'm used to just jetting up stairs. So if I can't jet upstairs, that's a problem. And before it was until I lost like 35 pounds or whatever because I couldn't even. I was like, I'm dying when I was climbing the stairs. Now I'm like, you know. So now I got to lose that. But that's because I'm home all the time now, and I'm eating. Like I'm literally like. I want to go shopping all the time, right? But now that I'm home, I'm eating effing everything.
Yep, I remember that all too well.
I'm beyond 3 meals. I'm having 5 meals. I'm like, whatever. And it's like, we got to go shopping again? Yeah. We got to go shop? Yeah. Because I just keep, that's why she can't wait for me to go back to work too, because it's like everything in the house.
Yeah, I do with me, the job I've got now, I think I've been at it now, I'm going to say a month.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
so far I've seen like 2 people who I used to work with between today and basically today I've seen 2 people I used to work with.
Yeah, but that's going to change though. This is not, you know, there's no effing way I'm going to let this to continue for long because, you know, I'm going to get my ass and it's not, when I get a job, I'm not getting 1 job either. I'm doing a thing like I had before. Not 5. That was crazy, but I'll do 2. 2 was good.
Well, the good thing about me losing this weight is the diabetes is lessening.
Good.
I'm not having to take as many metformins anymore.
Okay.
I'm still not on the shots. And the blood sugar is practically lower than it's been.
Good.
And all I need is 160 more to be at my ideal weight, which is 180.
Okay.
So
nice.
So I'm getting there. I'm 340. I thought it was 540 is when I started, but to lose, but it was. I thought it was 520, but it's 540.
Right. Okay.
And they told me I had hit my 200 mark, which I was surprised to even find out when I was before I got into the diabetes that I had lost 60. I didn't even know I was losing.
Wow.
So you know, like I told everybody on the last podcast, I've been doing good with everything except I fell off stage a couple of days ago, and I don't know what I did to my ankle.
Right.
I just feel like if it would just pop, it would be better. But the doctors have ordered me back in rehab to find out what's going on, how they can treat it.
Wow.
But everything's been going good.
Okay.
Personal life been doing great. I haven't been had time to watch as many videos of y'all as I would have liked because I've been real busy with everything. Yeah. But I have started again, and I've been liking what I've been seeing and missing y'all.
Oh, I miss you too, bro. I know, like, people get busy. I get busy too, things. And people think, oh, you know, you're doing all these podcasts. I've cut back, too, because I've been doing stuff, too. I mean, that's,
Well, I've been exercising a lot more
Yeah.
than I ever have.
Hmm.
I'm walking through our mall in Monroe
Oh, wow.
every Friday. I didn't today. I may tomorrow, but
Okay.
every Friday I've been walking all the way through.
Hmm.
So,
So we were talking off air, me and Jay, before about Patreon.
Yeah.
Which that's something I'm going to look into. Not yet, because I don't think my channel is big enough to even support that. But
oh, bull! There's a man that only has like 200 or 100 and something viewers, and
Really?
he's got Patreon,
oh yeah,
and he also does super chats.
right. Which we haven't done that much lately, the super chats, because
Yeah.
usually we've been having problems, right, Scott, with the hangouts sometimes. So I don't see, that's the whole point. It's like, it's not, for me, it's not a money issue with that, because I don't want people to see us do a podcast and they can't hear us.
Right.
Or they can't see us. And I get pissed with that. So yes, I can make more money doing super chats, but is the thing gonna work? Because if the thing's gonna work, then I'll do it. But if it's not gonna work,
then let's just not use it all
we're
together.
doing a Zoom, right? So I'm not, look, of course, me not working now, yes, I would love to make money. One of the biggest things is when these jobs end.
Well, everybody's doing it, so why not you?
It's true. When these jobs ended, of course, I wasn't stupid about it. I put money away for the rent for the next, couple months. I was smart. Like, I paid my stuff early, so that way I would have time, even if I, to find something or whatever, and not just jump at anything too, So, but we'll see, because I don't think I'm gonna be unemployed for that much longer anyway. Driving me nuts. So.
Well, I pray that you get more jobs if that's what you want. But
I want that, and I want to get this book done. And once I get this book published, I'll feel better. But my thing is, I'm very hard on myself when I have goals, because I feel that this book should have been out. Like, a book should have been out last year. And because of that, I want to do 2 books this year, which might be crazy. But then again, I did do a year where I put 5 books out in 1 year. So.
Well, you wrote this book in what, a few months?
This book was released in December.
No, I meant your newest one.
Oh,
your newest one that only took you a couple of months.
Well, not exactly. See, the point is, there are times throughout the year that I'll start a book.
Yeah.
And I'll have the concept, and I'll have everything planned out. I'll know the beginning and I'll know the end, but I don't know the middle. So then I will start working on it. That's the way I work it out, right? So this was like a little side project that I've had for years that I just didn't, because I was writing positive. I was writing happy. So to go back to the sadness, the darkness, I wasn't feeling it until last year, when certain things happened in my life that made me go down that path and start thinking like that. And then the manuscript that was about to be done, the sequel to Perfect Wish, I could not finish because it was positive and I was happy. And now my mindset was differently to write-wise. So I had to push it off. That was supposed to be book 13. That no longer was book 13. And then I started writing all this deep stuff. And it was all part of that original book that I had on the side with so many pages. Added to that, and that I finished on Easter. And that is coming out. And, you can't just do, like, it's about how you feel when you're writing your style. Like, certain things inspire you, certain things piss you off, certain things, whatever. And the whole point is that, yes, it's nice writing a happy series and a couple and their love, and then of course you got the villains and whatever, but sometimes bad shit happens and you really gotta showcase that in a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what I haven't figured out is, since you are one of the biggest Doctor Who fans I've ever known, why you haven't written a Doctor Who book.
It's a very good question, actually.
Well, the whole thing is that I love the show so much. And I'm like, who the fuck am I? Why would I ever want to do that and put my name to it and try to make a buck off Doctor Who? The only time I want to do stuff with Doctor Who is that they say I'm good enough, and then I'm writing a friggin' episode, and then this.
Right.
I don't want to be one of these people that try to make it like I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about with Doctor Who,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be one of those people.
Being knowledgeable, that's just, it's one of those, you know your stuff, and you know you.
I don't have an ego.
Knowing Doctor Who, me will like Doctor Who.
I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be like, oh, you know.
You've come up with brilliant stories on this podcast several times to do with Doctor Who. Well,
I know.
what if this happened? And I'm intrigued. You got me in your grip. And I want to hear how it finishes, you know, and when we go off topic and go to something else, and I'm going like, well, shit, how's it going to end?
Well, like what? The books, you mean, that I'm doing?
No, the Doctor Who. You just came up with something.
Oh, yeah.
Off the top of your head. Well, what if this connected with this, and you know, and they say so and so, and I'm going like, yeah. Then we get off topic on something, and it's probably my fault, and we just don't hear the end of it, and I'm going like, after we ended, I'm going like, well, wait a minute, how did that other thing end?
I would love
to read a book of Doctor Who.
I would love to get good in my craft where
you are.
I know you say
wait a
that,
minute.
but
how many books have you written, period? Of all your books, period. How many books have you written? Number.
Not published?
Yes, that you have published. How many have you published?
Published are 12.
Hello? That makes you an expert.
Not published, it probably goes up to 20.
Expert? Show of hands? Is he an expert? I'd say he's an expert. So
I have to feel confident in myself with Doctor Who to write in order for me to be able to.
You're afraid of the critics, is what you're.
No, I'm not. I don't give a shit about the critics. But you know what it is? I look at my life like from when I was a kid. I wrote this book that carried me through junior high and high school and all this stuff that will be the sci-fi novel, right? And it has its characters. And what I did was, when I did write a book, I didn't write a book about that. I wrote a book to do with poetry, but then characters. And I kind of seeped in my characters from my sci-fi novel in here, which is building up this thing and building up the characters of, you know, the time traveler and the threat from the future and the assassin, and you know, I'm building up this whole thing, the man of nothing character. So they're constantly in all the books. He's a time travel right there, and you know, they have the manipulated friend that she wants to hook up with the guy. Then you have the assassin, you have the angel, and they're all over. They're everywhere. They're always there. You know, in every book, it's like they're in the background. There they are. They're manipulating. You know, so this series. Like it's just all about this guy who in the future will be the man that like is like a hero. He ushers in a golden age. He saves a lot of people and different things, and he has everything. But in the past, this guy comes from the future and he wants to take it away from him. He wants to destroy him, and so many bad things happen that the guy's nicknamed the Man of Nothing. Like he considers him the Man of Nothing because he just loses everything all the time. But the problem is, like, the time traveler can never win because the guy just refuses to give up.
Right.
So he bounces back, but then it's like, well, wait a minute. Now he's getting even stronger. Like am I going to be? Is he going to be even a better like hero or a better by the time that happens? Like there's all this stuff happening, but there's a reason why the time traveler travels back with the assassin friend to mess this guy up. It's a selfish, crazy reason, but it's a reason that those two from the future are giving up their life completely to just screw with this guy, right? Both have means of time travel. And then when things don't work out, the guy, he's not. His name is not the Shadow, but we dub him the Shadow because he's hiding in the shadows, whatever. Like the time traveler he's like, I don't even give a shit anymore. Whatever morals I had, screw it. I'm gonna go in the past so effing far back. I don't give a shit if he's a kid. I'm just gonna. That's it. Like, I'm just done. I'm the master of time. I don't give a fuck now. Before I was just messing with him when he's like an adult. Screw that. Yeah, I could play dirty. Who gives a shit? So then he just says, fuck it. And that's the whole thing of the book I'm writing now. I've been writing that for years. He goes back to the late 70s, and the kid is just really young, and he's learning all these things for the first time. He's learning religion. He's getting consciousness. He's thinking for himself, starting to make decisions. He's starting to have his first fears, his first sorrow, his happiness, and everything is just at a certain age. Everything formulates to the person that the character is going to be. So the Shadow is like, well, if I screw him up and traumatize him when he's young, right when all these things are happening, he'll be a wimp, he'll be a coward, he'll be a failure. And, I will change my future the way I want it to be. And he's done. I don't need to kill him. See, the assassin wants to just kill him. She don't give a shit. I've been training. I'm just going to slice his fucking throat. I'm going to kill him. Like, whatever, that's it. But she has to deal with him. Like, listen, and she says it in a book, I'll let you play with your food, but just know that one day you're going to choke on it. Meaning, you can keep making him suffer all you want. One day something's going to happen, and he's going to get so effing strong, he's going to fuck you up. Like, honestly, it's going to be a thing. So let me get him now. Let me kill, like, this is the thing. She was, let me kill him now before it gets worse, whatever. But he's like, no, give me this. And, she lets him do it. But she's in the background. And now, because God doesn't like time travel, because he's like, oh no, he has the angel, like, assigns the angel to the guy to protect him and whatever. So now there's a whole new element, because now their job isn't as easy now, because now they have to deal with her. And also, the angel can't stray from her way either, or else she'll lose her wings. So it's like, yes, you have to battle the evil, but there's certain things you can't cross the line. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and she can't.
That's like a great book.
Yeah, she can't cross the line so much where she's making it totally unfair, abusing her powers, where then she's going to lose her wings, which that's everything. So, like, she gets, like, in a new book, like, she'll get told and she has to obey, whether she agrees with it or not. Like, you cannot interfere with the Shadow. Why not? All you got to do is, the guy wants to give up, you reach out your hand and take him to heaven, and then it's over. And she's like miserable, she's angry, she's pissed, she's like, I can't do this, he has a destiny, but that's what she has to do. When he falls, you have to reach out your hand. If you want to go, he's going to go. And that's the whole next book that I'm working on. It's like, there's this big, big epic battle where the Shadow is just like, that's it. I'm just going to totally kill the guy myself. I'm going to wreck the guy myself. Not to kill the guy. I'm going to wreck the guy myself totally so bad. And it's just comedy. He's been like manipulating where he's the whisper in the wind. Like, what he says, the guy thinks is his conscious. Like, he should do this. He should go this way. He should go that way. It's him manipulating. There's a picture of the guy trying to go through his life. He went through trauma. He lost everything. And you got this thing in your head. Think it's your thoughts. But then you got the angel in your head, too. It's like, motivating you at the same time. And it's like a goddamn fucking interference. It's like crazy shit. So it culminates in this story. But that's the big, Sorrow Separation, labeled Project X, Project 10, big issue. And this springboards to the other series, which they're all connected. So,
Sounds great.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, this is the first issue, really. I mean, this is the first issue, like a comic book. This was the beginning of a new series with the bright colors from all the darkness and everything. And this was completed, like, it was basically done before Hurricane Sandy, just about. And I got to put this out. We freeze? What happened?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Am
Yeah.
I frozen?
Yeah.
Are you frozen? Why am I
You're
frozen?
like this.
I'm frozen right now?
You're frozen like that.
You're just like this, and you're
can't even see you.
Hold on the book.
Yeah.
I can't even see you. You're blacked out.
Really?
Oh, really?
You're
Yeah,
like this.
the black square to me.
How much did you?
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
There he is.
Oh, you know what it was? You know what it was? The
What?
other Zoom was uploading. And there's too much memory on the computer. It knocked me off. Okay.
Oh.
That's what it was. Because when we did a Zoom, it has to upload to the computer. So I don't even know what you heard me last say.
You
Yeah, we
just
did.
said computer.
Yeah.
That reminded me. I was watching this thing on YouTube. This guy had a tornado, big old storm come through Oklahoma, and it hit his house.
Wow.
The house is fine, but it destroyed his, get this, $10,000 computer.
Oh my God.
Oh,
What computer did he get for $10,000? Does it control our nuclear weapons? Jeez.
Right.
Yeah, he had a power surge and probably didn't have a surge protector.
Yeah, right. He didn't have a surge protector. But when you said computer, that reminded me.
See, I before I was a YouTuber, before I did podcasts, before I did everything else, I did books.
Right.
And I had a few books out before I did my video, my first video. So this was my thing before doing videos.
Right.
You know, I mean, I had YouTube since 2007. I would watch this and comment on this, but I didn't do my own video until after what book was I up to? I think I was up to like, God, I think it was like a few, maybe four out. I think 4 books were out. So I had it planned, like on my book cover, said Matrix Lord 212 on it. Like, you know, that was going to be my YouTube thing. That was my name for YouTube since 2007. And I was going to use that, and, you know. But anyway, this means a lot, this book, because I got it done regardless of Hurricane Sandy, regardless of this big tragedy. This book came out in December. And the funny thing was that, like, that was the best year I've ever had, 2012. Because I put 5 books out, right? This was the 5th book that was put out. But by the time this came out, like, all this good stuff was happening to my life.
Right.
You know? So you got to write that. So I was inspired to do a whole series where things were going the way of the character. Things were, you know, working out and everything. You know, he went to enough. You know? And at the time, Sharon, you know, was in my life, and like going out with Sharon and everything. And it was like, you know, I just went out with Sharon the week before Hurricane Sandy. Week before, but I knew her since junior high. So it was like every year I donated to her because she raises money for making strides for breast cancer. So this time I just took her out to dinner, and we were together ever since. And our anniversary is actually the day that, well, years before that I put out, you know, Tomorrow's Song, which is what the series is based, you know. So my second book. So yeah, so me and her for years have been together. So we're living together now, you know, for years now. So I got a good woman.
Yes, you do. Well, has everybody on this cast been to Avengers Endgame?
I have.
You have, Phillip, right? Okay, so we could talk about it now.
How did y'all like it?
I loved it. Excellent.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. You know, I really enjoyed how they seamlessly put certain segments together into the real world interface, if you know what I'm trying to say. There was that was clever how they did that. Very clever. But there was a thing today that what was it? Something to do with something happens in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Connor wanted to tell me, and I don't want to know it because I was like, you know, I don't know if I want to be spoiled about it, which I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't know what Connor was going to talk about.
He was trying to ask me. He was trying to ask me how it impacts on the MCU, and I tried to explain to him what that could be, but he couldn't get it because the way I talk is a bit, all over the place.
The whole
So
point,
I can always bring back the ones that have died.
the whole point.
It's like as the world turns, one dies and they come back alive the next day.
Well, no. See, this is the point: is that they got snapped out of existence. 5 years passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they got snapped back, they came back, but 5 years later. So in other words,
later.
they have students that are their friends that are 5 years older now.
Older.
But for them,
Right.
not even a minute passed. It was instantaneous.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Those-
now they have to go to a school where
Yeah.
maybe teachers retired. Maybe some of their students are not there. And
Yeah, we saw his chubby little friend who was even chubbier. Yeah.
no, he snapped out too. They were both snapped out. They both were in whatever that was. They both went in together. So the whole point is that now you could say that the Vulture's out of prison because he was there for 5 years. He's out maybe, and all these things are going to come into play now.
I just hated that they killed Black Widow.
Yeah. Well.
My theory
How is
is
she going to have a movie of her own when she's
It's a prequel.
gone?
Yes, it's before this event.
my theory is if you go
Her or something?
if you go literally to what the Red Skull said, is that a soul for the Soul Gem, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
When Captain
Oh,
America,
that was the Red Skull?
yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought it was the gatekeeper from the last Thingamajig.
yeah. So, in other words, when Captain America finds out it's the Red Skull, there's going to be a
Mhm.
problem. And Russo's already, they were trying to read their speech that they had written on paper, and then they realized in the interview, yeah, that looks good on paper. That didn't happen. There's going to be a fight. Yeah. So Captain America is probably going to say, you want the Soul Gem back, give me Natasha, and screw you, and here's your gem. He's not going to literally say that, but he's not going to leave him with the gem without having the Black Widow. And he's going to say, look, the whole timeline is going to get messed up. The whole universe is going to get messed up. And you know what?
So let me ask you this. Apparently,